Well, Matt, defeat here at Stevenage. What's your assessment of your team's display?
I'm disappointed and frustrated, if I'm going to be honest. I know we've kind of got this in group. I've said what I've said about being up and down, but we've just got to stop this not turning up for half the football. And I thought first half we didn't turn up. Could have arguably didn't been 0-0 at half time. They then get the lead, and then they're hanging on a little bit, but we're huffing and puffing. We aren't really creating a lot. So lots to work on, lots to improve on. I ain't going to rant and rave. It's second game of season. But the levels have got to improve because we didn't show near enough quality on the ball.
What have you said to him there? Because you can only give them so much room, can't you? And to let those standards dip.
Yeah, look, I said it's going to take a while. I said there's going to be change. I don't like as long as it's taking. It's a bit inconsistent at the minute. However, we've just got to keep believing it. We've got to keep believing in the players. We've had a huge turnover of players, obviously, this summer. We've got to be sensible with how we do it. But if the same things keep reoccurring, then we're going to have to do something about it, and that is fundamental part of football. So, look, like we no disrespect to Stevenage, they're an hard-working team. They put balls in the box, and I felt for the majority of the game we dealt with that. However, in the end, they could have arguably won 2 or 3-0 with the chances it created, albeit on the counter attack. And I didn't think we looked like we had much goal threat, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, you say that there were no shots on target. Is that particularly disappointing?
Yeah, usually, yeah. Like I said, I'm not standing here saying everything's right at football club. I've said all along, I'm not going to lose sleep about it. I know what's right, I know what's wrong, and I'm aware of what's happening within the football club at this minute. We've just got to all stick together through this bit of a rocky period, which I knew would come. I'm talking like we've lost 3 or 4, we've won 1 and lost 1, but if we want to get to where I'm being, the standard has to be set every week, and that's where I want to be. I'm used to being top end of this league. We are, as a football club, used to being top end of this league. But like I've said, look, I'm fundamentally aware of what is needed. We need probably a couple more bodies. I've obviously lost Sam Nombe and Kiana Tete today, so I'm saying we've got no goal threat, and I'm without probably my 2 strikers. So look, that is what it is. We'll have to sit down and with board of directors and see what we can do, and try and look to bring somebody in and strengthen in that area, because at the minute we're not creating enough opportunities.
Did look like a couple of strains or pulls for Sam and Keon. How are they doing?
It's too early to tell, but yeah, I know what Sam's like as a character. He don't come off unless he's done something serious. So we'll see. Again, I'll have everything crossed tonight, and same with Keon. Keon just come on and rolled his ankle over the ball, but we're just having not much luck really. We're having quite a few contact injuries. Josh Benson got a contact injury in the week, as did Marvin. Coletta got a block tackle again, and it just feels like whenever that is happening at minute, we're not seeing the look of the draw. It's not like muscle foot pulls or fatigues. It's just in the battle kind of things that are happening, and look, it's not good. We don't have the biggest squad as it is, so when we lose players, it's detrimental to the group.
Does it look worse than it is with Josh in that protective boot as well? And how long's he and Marvin?
But I think it could be a while. I think we're possibly looking 4 to 6 weeks is the initial diagnosis. So again, not great, but what can you do? He's gone in for a tackle. He rolled it last week against Port Vale. He thought he were all right, and then he got caught on it first thing in the game after scoring a penalty in the game. So yeah, tough. But look, it is what it is. It's next man up. It has to be. But we probably need a bit more strength in numbers to help us through. Like I said, we've only got 3 or 4 injuries, which most teams have, but we are. It feels like not down to bare bones, but we're asking youngsters to probably step up when they're not probably ready.
Does it change things then in terms of the recruitment, or have you already got plans in place?
No, already got plans. I've spoken openly about the areas we're looking to strengthen. Obviously, Rag's coming back today as help, but we still need a centre back. We still need a centre forward. I think obviously now Sam and Keon, we'll wait and see what the news is, but it becomes even more important. We've got Jordan and Kieran McGuckin. So yeah, like last year when I come in, we had Malik and Jono and Hugo and Nombe and the JJ were fit and the rest. So we had 5-6 strikers. At the minute, we had 3 going in today with Kieran McGuckin, which obviously he's been out on loan. And it's good experience for him, but we need experienced strikers who know where the back of the net is at this level. That doesn't mean Kieran doesn't, but we can't be relying on him week in, week out.
Just finally on today, do you think you sometimes have to give a bit of credit to the opposition because they just didn't give you any room to manoeuvre, did they?
Yeah, but that's what look, this league I've spoken about it a number of times. This league is the most random league you'll ever play, and you come up against different opposition every week. I just felt, if I'm going to be honest, that they out fought us, out battled us, picked up second balls, and had a bit more desire. We got into them at half time, and we saw an improvement. I've just said to the group, we can't waste half the football and then wait for me to kind of kick in. I thought I'd made it perfectly clear in the week. The lads knew what to expect. I don't think the game was any different from anything that we said about all week, and we didn't make good enough decisions on and off the ball. And fundamentally, whenever you do that, you're never going to win a game of football.
And finally, then, looking ahead to Tuesday, I was going to ask, are you going to look to experiment? But I guess your hand's been forced a little bit, hasn't it?
Well, experiment will be the 11 who are walking. So yeah, look, it is what it is. Like I say, it's a good opportunity for players. Sometimes in these scenarios, people can come to the fore, and you never know. We're not by and large down to the absolute minimum, but we're getting really near to it. And I've said I'm going to have to still manipulate the group around. I know I've brought the players in, we have, but I don't think we've replaced in a couple of areas. Now we've obviously got these injuries, difficult, but at the same time, I'm well aware financially where we sit as a football club. We can't go out and spend masses of money. We've done our best to try and get it down over the summer, but we're gonna keep trying to get the best that we can put out there.